it wasn't there, she paved her own way.
I mean, she really is a player, isn't she, that plays beyond her years, but the maturity off the pitch as well really stands out.
As soon as I stepped foot in Portland in 2019, all I could think of was how excited I was for the day I was going to get to step in front of the Riveters and make my debut.
And here she is, Olivia Moultrie, 15 years old, making her second NWSL career appearance.
Moultrie, that's her first NWSL goal, and we are even.
Takeaway deep, Moultrie scores!
Would this be her record-setting teenage goal if she gets it? Dragged it, yeah, there it is!
Highest ever goal-scoring teenager in the league. You know, you were quite reserved in your celebration, but how much was that on your mind before the game?
Honestly, I forgot till you just told me. All I was thinking about was helping my team win the game, but I'm happy about that too.
Moultrie with the shot! Oh my! Olivia Moultrie with a rocket for the Thorns!
This city means so much to me. I love playing here more than anything, and my teammates have just been amazing, and I'm just so proud and happy. And let's go win it for them!
The first question was actually submitted to us, so I'll throw it to get it started. I guess, Olivia, the woman of the hour, just tell us what the contract, this extension means to you, you committing to Portland, and why now?
Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like the video sums up a lot in terms of what this city means to me, and I just feel like my growth here as a person and as a player, like, it's shaped so much about who I am. And I feel like in terms of just committing long-term to this club, like the things that have been said to me by both, you know, the coaching staff and the ownership and Jeff, and like just feeling 100% a commitment to not just who I am now, but who I believe I can be. And, you know, I want to be the best player in the world someday. And those are my goals. And this club is behind me in that. And that's part of why I want to be here. And I want to be somewhere where we can win. And 100% like we're aligned in that. And so, yeah, I couldn't think of a better place that I want to spend, you know, a pivotal part of my career. So.
And Jeff, what does this mean for the club? Why commit to Olivia? What does she bring to this organization? And talk us through what this extension means.
Yeah, this is really important for the club. We couldn't be happier that Olivia's extended with us here in Portland. It speaks to a belief in the club, in the community. But if you just listen to Olivia, you just hear how she puts team first. She wants to be the best player she possibly can. We talk about winning championships. We talk about winning the Ballon d'Or, the best player in the world. These are all things that a young 19, 20-year-old is thinking about. It's an amazing feat. I give Liv just an incredible amount of respect, and she's just been absolutely fantastic, and we couldn't ask for anything more than to have someone like Olivia sign on for some more years. So we're very thrilled with her being here for the foreseeable future.
And one more before we go, open it up, that was asked. Liv, what are the short-term goals? What do you hope to accomplish here in the next few years? And what are the long-term goals? Where do you see yourself? How does this journey play out?
Yeah, I mean, like Jeff touched on it, I am a very competitive person, so the short term is always winning and competing and getting better. Like, my teammates could attest to that a million times. It's like, I take everything very seriously, and that's just how I live my life. How can I get better? How can I grow and be the best that I can be for the team in all moments? I think, like, obviously want to win championships. That's a no-brainer. Sometimes it feels weird to even have to bring that up. Like, I'm always thinking about that. I never want to be somewhere that's not aligned and trying to be the best always. And I think just looking towards the future, I feel like Portland gives me the opportunity to continue to grow into the player that I want to be long-term. I feel like we are just set up in a place that obviously, like, the city and the culture here, it revolves around soccer. And that's like one of the coolest things to me, especially just like as the US and women's soccer grows in general, like this city just lives and breathes that all the time. And so just to be able to be a part of that every single day and to be able to work towards my goals in an environment like that, like I just feel like we're growing in so many departments, and obviously, you know, our ownership investing in women's sports, both basketball and soccer, like we are just at an upwards trajectory. And I just feel like that's the perfect place for me to be to continue to grow in all things. So.
All right, we're going to go ahead and open it up to our media joining us virtually. I see first hand is raised. Leo from the Willamette Week, go ahead.
Hi. First off, congrats on the extension. Excited to see you here for the next couple of years for sure. And then I guess I'm wondering just if, sorry, you should come back.
Oh, you're good there, Leo?
Yes,
right.
sorry.
There you go.
Lots of weird beeping stuff. First, I guess you're talking a lot about like why you decided on Portland. I'm curious if you were fielding any other offers or kind of if there were other teams that you considered going to and kind of why Portland has stood so far above the rest.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously my original deal went through 26, and so I am somebody who is very much focused on the moment and the next thing, so I wasn't necessarily like thinking that strongly about the immediate like what's next. I was just thinking about like we need to win a championship this year. But in terms of like, yes, a bunch of places were options, and like I touched on, I just wanted to be somewhere that allowed me to grow at the fastest rate possible, and that supported me and believed in me. And I just feel like Portland, like I remember Carlos kind of approached my agent like with a year still on my deal, and Spencer was like, oh, I know what they want to talk about. But yeah, I mean, it just led to us sitting down and having a conversation and just feeling like this club wanted me to be a part of what it's doing moving forward and just be in the center of that and be in the center of this team growing to be the best team in the NWSL. Obviously, you know, the NWSL, we look at it like I'm looking at it as the best women's league in the world, top to bottom, the most competitive, and wanting to be in a place where, yes, I'm challenged every day. Every game is hard. There's no gimmies. There's no freebies. And yeah, I just feel like Portland was 100% behind me in terms of we believe Liv can accomplish what she believes she can. And so it's kind of like, what better situation could I find myself with my family being here, with this city being behind me, with the Riveters, with Providence Park, and then with this club, you know, the staff and the ownership all being aligned and telling me that they want me to be in the center of that. And it's kind of like, that's the dream come true for me. And so like huge thank you to the Thorns and the organization and my coaches. Like they've been a part of every single step of that and the hard conversations and how I can be better. And like, I still want that, you know, I couldn't be more happy about this deal, but I am just at the beginning of who I want to be. And yeah, I feel like we're all on the same page with like, there's so much more that I want to give to this city and this team. So.
All right, you still have your hand raised, Leo, so we'll give you time to answer.
And then I guess wondering kind of for both of you, obviously making this announcement today, getting to do a whole press conference about this, what does it feel like kind of to, I guess from Liv's perspective, to be able to like be someone who like has as much of an impact on this team as you feel like you kind of do, and as the Thorns are showing by having this press conference, and then kind of Jeff, kind of what does that mean from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all encompassing of everything, right? Just feeling like the city is behind me, the club is behind me, and wanting it to be shown in kind of some of the things that are happening today. But I mean, for me, it's just super cool. Like becoming a professional athlete was my dream, and you think about my goals of wanting to be the best and compete at the highest level and the world stage, and it's like this is what you dream of. Like I love what I do, and to be able to experience moments like this because I get to play soccer for a living, like that's pretty dang special. And yeah, I wouldn't want to change anything. And we can thank my parents for preparing me to be a public speaker apparently, but yeah, I'm really happy to be here, and I just can't wait for everything that's moving forward. So.
Hard to understand the drive, right? I mean, you can see it up here firsthand, but it's incredible to have somebody like Liv and have that drive. I know that comes from her parents, and we thank them for all of the support for the Thorns. This has not been an easy road, and what I told Liv out there was enjoy the moments. There are not a lot of these moments that happen, and so enjoy the time that you have here. Our goal is to develop players like Liv to be the best they possibly can and win championships. And that's what this is all about. Our staff is focused on that. Our ownership are focused on that. And as you can see, that is Liv's sole goal is to win championships and be the best player she can. And so our goal is to provide her a platform that she can be successful, that our players can be successful, and how we do that each and every day is intentional.
All right, we're going to go ahead and allow Phuc Nguyen from All for 11 to ask 2 questions.
Thanks, Alberto. Liv, can you just talk to us about your journey? Because it's so unique, right? At 15, you're opening doors for others. You're developing, you're waiting patiently for your opportunity to shine, national team call-ups, braces, supporters play of the year, and now a big contract extension. What has that journey been like for you, and what has it meant to just kind of go through all those steps?
Honestly, I wouldn't say waiting patiently was a part of it at all. I think, when I was 7, pretty much, I looked at my parents. I was like, I want to be a pro. I want to be the best player in the world someday. And I think they might have been looking at me like, okay. But at the same time, they were like, we're on board with whatever you want to do. And, like, people look at my story and they're like, who drove that? And, like, who started everything? And it's like, me. I was the crazy kid who, like, always wanted the next thing, always wanted the next step, always fighting for more. Older kids, boys, what's the most challenging environment? Like, I remember something my dad used to talk about a lot is, like, when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, then, like, they just get less uncomfortable each time. And I feel like that was my journey. Like, how could I test myself in every moment? And when the opportunity to come and train with the Portland first team, like, was presented, what better opportunity could a 13-year-old ask for than to train with arguably the best women's team in the entire world? So, this club and this organization has paved the way a lot in women's soccer. And so I just feel like it was very fitting for me to do the things that I did while being at this club. And all the work that I put in over the years of being here, like, I had to earn my teammates' respect first, and I had to earn the staff's respect. And then it was like, I wanted the fans to want me to be here. And it's like everything just kind of came over the course of me being impatient, honestly, and just knowing I was ready and wanting more and being kicked off the field over and over and over again because I just, like, I want to get better. And so all of that just stems from, like, a drive to be the best. And I feel the alignment with the club in terms of those things. And having a coach that believes in me and being able to play for Rob this year and just, like, being handed kind of that opportunity to go be the best version of myself, like, truly couldn't ask for anything more. So.
Yeah, and then Jeff, can you just kind of talk to us about the vision you have for this club? Because you've signed so many players to long-term extensions, and today you've got, your big core building block in Olivia Moultrie to a long-term extension as well. What has that process been like, and can you kind of share the vision that you have?
Yeah, we started this year trying to figure out what the path forward and understand what roster construction looked like. We always knew that Liv was going to be at the center of that, and we always knew that we wanted to bring in the most talented players we could. We have 13 full internationals here now, and it's one of the youngest teams in the league. And so when you think about the quality that we have at the ages we have, I think Liv represents and lives everything that we're all about, the commitment, the drive to excellence. The first meeting I had with the players, we had our crest on the PowerPoint slide, and I asked what's missing, and Liv and a lot of the players ultimately said a 4-star. And that's really what sports is about that drive for excellence. There's only one team at the end that's going to be happy. We hope it's going to be us at the end of the year. But to think about all the adversity that we've been through this season and all the things and the obstacles that we've gone through, it's a credit to the team, credit to Liv to be in 3rd place, hosting a game against San Diego at 12 o'clock on Sunday. So we're really looking forward to that. Shout out for
Show up.
Right. I think we had the most number of fans throughout the entire season, and so we're looking to build on that, and we hope we'll break that record on Sunday. But it's a credit to Liv and what she's brought each and every day. She's our highest goal scorer this year, and it's a 20-year-old. That's just phenomenal. So we really, in terms of the roster construction, we're very deliberate about what we wanted to do, and again, Liv was really at the center of that.
All right, real quickly, just want to read those numbers that Jeff mentioned. The Thorns finished as a league leader in total attendance with 236,263 fans coming to Thorns matches this season, as well as a league leader in average attendance with an average attendance of 18,174,000. We were the leaders in both categories, and it's the first time that we finished in both categories since 2021. So people are showing up for the Thorns. All right, we're going to bring it back to our media. Angelique, you raised your hand, so we'll go there. And then Brenna will follow up with you after Angelique and has a question and if she has a follow-up as well.
Hi, Liv. Congratulations. I was wondering, because you were in such an interesting place. You are a veteran in this league, but you're also only 20 years old. So I was wondering, what your perspective is on your place in the locker room as it comes to what's the word I'm looking for? Longevity. I don't remember the word that I'm looking for, but you get the point.
Yeah. This is so interesting to me because I just look back at when I joined the team and totally just there to learn, there to be a sponge. How can I absorb as much information as possible from, the people that we had on this team, Sink and Lindsay Horan and Tobin Heath and Emily Sonnet, and you could keep naming them. It's just, how could I grow and take the time that they were here and learn as much as possible? And now that, and Becky Sauerbrunn, geez, how can I forget that one? Huge. But yeah, be a sponge in those moments. And then moving forward, kind of as those players left the team and retired, and then it was I naturally like to talk and am very direct in my communication. And I feel that is something that competing with people at the highest level, they get it, right? Tension is high and it's you want to win. But at the same time, learning kind of how to go about the relationships with my teammates over the last couple years, and with kind of being more quiet at the very beginning, being a 13-year-old in the locker room, it's just being able to really naturally grow into myself, especially this year. I feel our locker room has been incredible. Everyone really has a voice. I don't feel anyone is kind of sitting above anyone else in terms of that, and I feel that just allows me obviously to be myself, but for everyone to voice what they feel is important, and I feel that has allowed us to be successful this year. And when I look at longevity and who I will be in the locker room, I'm just going to be myself. I'm always going to be that person that's fighting for the standards to be higher, that's fighting for us to be winning, and I feel this club wants to surround me with people like that, and I want to be surrounded with people like that. And I feel our locker room has been incredible this year, and yeah, that's just what it's going to take to win. But I'll always be myself, and I feel that's, why I'm where I am now, is always staying true to who I am. And whether that has kind of blossomed more over the last year, 100% it has. But I plan on that, staying the same and continuing to try to just bring people with me in that goal. But my teammates 100% have been on board with everything that's happened this year, and I feel that's shown in the games that we've played, and obviously where we are now with the home game on Sunday. So.
Great. And then you mentioned wanting to be somewhere where you can grow. So how has your game grown in the last 5 years with the club?
Jeez, I mean, a ton. Yeah, looking back at 13-year-old Liv, 15-year-old Liv finally making her debut, everything has changed. My ability to impact the game has changed. My ability to score goals and get assists and just be that kind of dangerous attacking threat. That's always what I've wanted to be, and I just want to continue growing in that, honestly. I plan on this being the worst version of myself in the next 5 years that I'll ever be. So, I feel just my experience with this club and being surrounded by great coaches and great teammates have naturally allowed me to grow. But the more experience that you get in games, the more you learn about the NWSL, and obviously getting that international experience as well, 100% of that has just shaped me. The film has shaped me. My coaches can attest to that. I love film, and I'm always the person who's literally the night of the game, it's 2 a.m. and I'm can't sleep, I'm going to watch the game. So yeah, just any way that I have been able to grow and try to learn and just evaluate performances to be better, I'm doing that. And so, yeah, I definitely think those are steps that I've taken to try to be a better version of myself.
8 goals, 26 appearances, 24 starts, and 2,100 minutes for a 20-year-old is insane. In any league, in any sport. And so that just talks about the dedication and drive that Liv has to be the best that she can be.
All right,
Great,
we're going to go ahead with Brenna.
Thank you.
Liv, I know you're 20 years old and you're doing things that are so much different than most 20-year-olds. Do you realize how mature you are? And what is it like kind of carrying that responsibility at this age?
I've always been an old soul, if I'm being totally honest with you. I'm that person who gravitated towards adults. Family was hanging out. I was there's the kids table and there's the adults table, and Liv at 10 was at the adults table. That's just kind of who I am. And yeah, I feel being in this environment, obviously so young, has allowed me to grow up really fast. But Yeah, I feel like kind of the determination to grow in all areas of my life is just really who I am. And so I feel like the maturity piece, I feel like just kind of came because when you're in this environment all the time, like that's just what's required of you. And I feel like as I've grown as a player, I've also grown as a person and I've grown as a teammate. And yeah, I just feel like the only thing that shapes that is experience. And so just being at this club has allowed me to be who I want to be and grow into this version of myself that I am. But yeah, like I've said, this is just the very beginning. So hopefully I can keep it at a very upward trajectory. So.
All right. Do we have any other questions in the room? Now is the time to raise your hand or unmute yourself. All right, go ahead, Fu. Oh, go ahead, Brenna. You had a follow-up?
Yeah, I thought of one. You are not scared to say you want to be the best player in the world. Most people, that would be kind of a scary thing to say. Why does that not scare you?
When I first told my parents, like, I remember feeling super comfortable telling them anything. And then I remember when I signed with my agent and just when it got, like, very real, came to Portland, and people asking, like, what are your goals? Who do you want to be? And I remember at the very beginning, like, feeling a teeny bit hesitant, like, saying that out loud. But then the more that I said it and the more that I worked for it every single day, the more that I realized, like, how can it become real if I don't want to tell the world? And honestly, like, I just truly believe that the work that I put in will allow me to be who I am, and I believe in myself, and just having the people around me to support who I want to be, like, genuinely, I just felt like that goal couldn't become real until I was confident telling the world that that's what I wanted. And so I mean, here we are. Like, I just feel like that's how I go after that, and I feel like that's the next step for me. So yeah, I feel like I got to be 100% confident telling people what my goals are if I plan on accomplishing them.
All right, go ahead, Fook.
Liv, you've spoken about, just kind of all the things coming into fruition for you, all the hard work that you've put in. But can you just kind of share us, just the emotion, just signing the contract extension, especially with your family always by your side and the teammates that you've talked about who have supported you throughout it all?
Yeah, I mean, extremely emotional. I feel like when I got the Supporters Player of the Year and you see my speech, I was like, oh my gosh, rewatching that over and over again, the secondhand embarrassment is so bad. But, like, that genuinely was just my reaction to that. Like, that is how much it means to me all the time. Like, every win, every moment, getting the home playoff game, like, my teammates truly this year have been incredible. Like, immediately I walked into the locker room this morning and everyone was, like, so excited for me. And yeah, that's just, like, the best feeling in the world. I mean, it goes back to everything we've talked about. Like, yes, you want to win, you want to be the best, but you want to be surrounded by people who want that for you and who want the same thing. And I feel like this club and this team, like, that's what we do. And yeah, so it's been amazing, but it means a ton. And obviously my family being here and just feeling truly like the city is behind us and everything we do, like, that is very, very special. And I truly don't think you can create that same thing anywhere else or recreate it. Like, I feel like what we have here is very unique. And yeah, I just want to continue to experience that every day. It's very special.
Yeah, and then Jeff, Rob Gale has called Christine Sinclair a legend and Liv a future legend. Jeff, how fortunate and prepared was the team to kind of lose a legend in Christine Sinclair to retirement and now have Liv, who is on a sky-high trajectory as well?
Yeah, look, you don't ever replace legends. You just try to manage the fallout of it. Christine obviously is an incredible player. She's on a Ring of Honor now, and there's a lot of places left for players that have played here and played at a very high level, including Liv, and she's very early in her career on that. Rob and the coaching staff really do a fantastic job of putting together programs and supporting the players. But look, ultimately, it's about what you don't see in matches. You see the output and you see what Liv can do every Saturday or every Sunday, but what you don't see is the drive and the dedication to excellence day in and day out. Liv is one of the first players there, last players to leave. The reason she's scored so many free kicks this year is she's been working so hard at them with Vitas and the technical staff to perfect her art and perfect her craft, and that's really what it's all about. And I think the work ethic that you see from legends, it's unseen. You don't get to see that day in and day out, and so all you see is what you see in the matches, but the really hard work and the work ethic comes every single day. As Liv was saying, when she's thinking about the game, when she's talking about the game, that's where she really gets a lot out of it. So if we could mold Liv into 26 players and put them together, we'd have a team of legends. But we're really thankful that Liv is extended, and we're looking forward to continuing her arc in this community and with this club.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions, so I'll go ahead and go over to Leo.
Obviously, an eventful couple of days in terms of Thorns clinching a home playoff. Liv, you just got named the Supporters Player of the Year, and now this contract extension press conference. Are you doing anything to celebrate, or is it just focus on San Diego?
Leo, this is just another day. This is just another day of the life that I have chosen to live and that I couldn't be more grateful for. Honestly, like, I haven't thought about it at all because the job is still not finished. Genuinely, all I could think about today was what we were doing at training. I wish it could have been longer. I'm excited for training tomorrow. I'm already planning on what time I'll wake up and be there. Like, I'm just so in it, and my parents do a really good job of trying to bring me back, and Jeff touched on it earlier of just, like, really enjoying the moment. But currently, like, yeah, I'm very happy with where we're at, and I'm happy that we get a home game this weekend, but, like, we got to go freaking win it. And I want to win a championship this year, and I want to win more after that. So, like, I'm really just focused on the moment and what's next, and, yeah, growing every single day. So, no, not really, but maybe I'll take some time after we're done. Hopefully after November 21st.
I got time for 1 more if anyone in the room. There we go, Fook.
Liv, you've spoken to my outlet about just the sneaker collection you have in your closet. Is there anything you can purchase at this point with this new contract extension?
Yes, quite a lot.
There is always more shoes. There are some things that you can never own enough of, and shoes are one of them. So there is no limit. Yes, there will be more, and I hope to expand the collection always.
And we're happy to support that, by the way.
Fresh new kicks for Liv coming soon. All right, well, with that said, we'll go ahead and close it out with that. Thank you all for joining today's press conference. We'll make sure to send out a recording as soon as possible. And for those of you who joined us in person, if you have any other questions, just come up to me and we'll figure it out. But that said, thank you all, and have a good rest of your afternoon.